After you have all of the scales and things drawn, like your horns and warts and those types of things, we're then going to be applying a light layer of color to the skin, that way so that we can blend that together with our water. Remember, the water darkens the watercolor and it also blends the watercolor. We don't need to do that with our watercolor pencils. When you're using your watercolor pencils, do not sharpen to a point. So as you're sharpening it, just till you get a little bit of color and then go with it, because we can't waste it. Also, if you do sharpen to a point, remember it is very brittle and it will break off. So on today, you're just going to be applying a light layer, and we're working from the outside in. Make sure you follow these directions because watercolor pencil smears. So I'm going to be kind of putting some color down on this towards those darker areas on the creases, especially on the outside of the eye area. That's where you want your darkest value. This is just kind of a quick little process. Just make sure that you've got your hand down on the table. And you're just going to go through and apply that color. You don't have to worry about it blending. Remember, that's what we do with the water. If you want to fill in any of these scale areas, you can do that. And then just go over the outside part. Think about line direction. You want to go around that shape of the eye. Or what we would say in art, the contour of the eye. So you get closer to the crease, you want to apply a little bit more of the watercolor pencil. Again, I'm at an angle. I'm not pressing all that hard with the watercolor pencil. Just applying that light layer. I want to continue filling those in. Or if you want them to look more like warts, then fill the outside part. You want to continue on that process, and on the horns, the base are just going to be a little bit darker, and then gradually you're going to have it get lighter towards the center of the cone. Darker on the outside and the base, and then bring it in on both sides. You want to have a little crack in it. I'm just tipping my pencil so that I can get a sharp point, so the cracks are coming down and out. Okay, so make sure you get at least a light application of the watercolor pencil and continue on with that. Then after you get all of the skin application, then we're going to work towards the center of the eye. So the first step is that very lightly you're going to apply some black, and we're going to go in kind of a curved pattern. And I'm gradually going to get lighter and lighter. So I'm just kind of going back over and applying those layers. Again, I want to go into kind of a curved pattern. I don't have to worry too much about it being absolutely blended because, again, the water will do that for us. And gradually get lighter and lighter. Okay. Then on the other side, you can do the same thing. You can just flip it over. And this is a very light application, okay, because we still want it to look like the whites of the eye. But we also want the eye to look like it's going back inside the socket of the dragon. And continue on until you get it pretty light. And as far as the flames go, I would probably not be touching the flames. You can get pretty close to the iris. If you do that, you can go right up against it. Okay? Then, on the flames, you're going to start with red first. Remember, you're only getting one watercolor pencil at a time. And we can only have one black per table so that everyone has an opportunity to get the final steps. For the whites of the eye. And again, I'm putting the darkest application near the beginning, and then a little bit of a lighter application. So I'm going in, just adding a little bit more of that red so I can blend it with the next color, which will be the orange. So then get your orange. Bring it in towards that pupil. And then your yellow. And then fill that rest of it in with the yellow, kind of blend it up into the red and into the orange. Then do the other side. And the last step is you are going to be doing your pupil. You don't have to do that heavy of an application because, again, it does darken. Make sure you're going in the direction the pupil is going. And make sure you don't go into your highlight. Okay? On the rounded pupil, your color application, you're going to go the darkest value on the outside edge. In curved motions, you're going to start moving in towards the center. And then go lighter and lighter and lighter. Okay, so go ahead. Make sure that you get an application over the entire dragon. Follow this contour of the skin. Darker areas near the creases, especially the inside of the eye, and darkest on the outside going in, darkest on the outside going in, and then a nice application right there on the pupil.